Hello, let's start this question. And this is a very tricky question. Not difficult one, just it is tricky because it has a lot of theory written on it. But in short, the question, if you read the whole question, you will eventually realize it is just a very extremely easy question. So what does it say? In a small college, students are allowed to take only one specialization. Traditionally, only two specializations are offered: science and arts. Okay, so every someone is going to choose either science or art. Students enrolled in specialized in science must take physics and maths. Okay, while students enrolled in specialize in arts, enrolled to specialize in arts, must take eco and pol science. Okay, so basically we have science, we have arts, and in science we have two subjects, that is physics and maths. In arts we have two subjects, one is eco, another one is pol science. Okay, most students enrolled in science are not allowed to take either eco or pol science. Okay, so anyone who is in science cannot take either eco or political science. Okay, while students enrolled in arts are not allowed to take either physics or maths. Okay, the same thing, arts guy cannot take physics or maths. Recently, the college has started the third specialization called Mat Eco. Okay, so we have third specialization, that is Mat Eco. That requires students to take eco and maths. Okay, so we have eco and maths in this. So basically, let's say if there are X student in science, then uh, same number of students are going to take physics, same number of students are going to take maths. Okay. From among the students originally enrolled in arts, 20 students switched to Mat Eco. Okay. So let's say in arts, there are A students. So A students are in Eco, A students are in Pol Science, and out of A, 20 move to Mat Eco. Okay, so how many people we have in Mat Eco? That is 20. Okay, so how many? What is the number of people that are left in arts? That is going to be A minus 20. This makes the number of science students twice the number of arts students. Okay, so now what is the current number of science students? That is 2 times A minus 20. So I can say total number of students in science are going to be 2A minus 40. Now what does it say? It says after this, from among the students who originally enrolled in science, 45 students switched to Mat Eco. So it means out of 2A minus 40, 45 students are moved to Mat Eco. So what is the number of students in Mat Eco? That is going to be 20 plus 45. That is going to be 65. This makes number of art students twice the number of science students. Fair enough. So, and what is the number of art student? That is A minus 20. So art students, that is A minus 20, is twice the number of science students, that is 2A minus 85. Okay, so I can say A minus 20, and that is equal to 4A minus 170. So from here, I can say that is 3A is equal to how much? 150. So A comes out to be 50. Okay. Now, the question is saying, in total, how many students from among those originally enrolled in science and arts, means initially total number of students, out of total number of students, how many students are taking eco? Okay. So basically, if A is 50, so currently number of people in arts are going to be 30. Currently number of people in science are going to be 2A minus 85, so that comes out to be 15. Now these 30 students are taking arts. It means they are definitely going to take eco. These 65 students are enrolled in Mat Eco, so it means they are also taking eco. So what is the total number of students who are taking economics? That is going to be 30 plus 65. That's going to be 95. So that's going to be the answer of this question. Let's start this question. So what does this question says that in a school, the number of students in each class from class 1 to class 10 in that order are in AP. Okay, the total number of students from class 1 to 5 is twice the total number of students from class 6 to 10. Okay, so we are talking about class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5. So I'm just doing everything manually. So it is going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So in, let's say, class 1, I have A students. In class 2, we have A plus D because we are in AP. The number of students are in AP. Now it is going to be A plus 2D. Then it is going to be A plus 3D. Then it is going to be A plus 4D. It is going to be A plus 5D. It is going to be A plus 6D. A plus 7D. A plus 8D, and A plus 9D. So I have written every value manually. Now it would take a lot of time to solve this one. Now from class 1 to class 5. So if we check out, the total number of students are going to be 5A plus 10D. From class 6 to class 10, total number of students are going to be 5A plus 35D. Now, total number of students from 1 to 5 are twice the total number of students from 6 to 10. Now I can just cancel out by 5. So this comes out to be 2. This comes out to be 7. So I can say A plus 2D, and that's equal to 2A plus 14D. Okay. So from here, what I can infer that A is equal to minus 12D. So this is what we have so far. Okay. Now, it says the total number of students from class 1 to class 4 is 462. So class 1 to class 4, what is the total number of students we have? That is 4A plus 1, 2, 3, 6D. And that is equal to how much? 462. Okay. So 4A comes out to be minus 48D plus 6D. And that is equal to 462. So minus 42D comes out to be 462. So D comes out to be minus 11. So once we get the value of D, we get every value that we needed. So from here, I can say A is going to be minus 12 into minus 11. So that's going to be how much? 132. Now question is talking about what is the total number of students in class 6. So in class 6, we have A plus 5D. So what is A plus 5D? A is 132. 5D is minus 55. So this value comes out to be 77. So answer of this question is going to be 77. Let's see this question. So if you are going to read the question for the very first time, and if you are going to read slowly, you are going to realize you might think that the answer is cannot be determined, but it's not like this. If you read the question twice and make equations, you are going to get answer. And it's not that difficult. A flight traveling to a destination of 11,200 kilometers away was supposed to take on at 6:30. Okay. Due to bad weather, departure of the flight got delayed by 3 hours. The pilot increased the average speed of the airplane by 100 kilometers per hour, and uh, he reduced the overall delay to 1 hour. Okay. So if, let's say, the initial average speed was supposed to be V, he moved with a speed of V plus 100. Okay. So if he is going with a faster speed, he is going to reach earlier. He is going to reach sooner. Okay. Now, what exactly happened? He increased the speed by this, and he reduced the delay by 1 hour. Okay. So basically, the flight started 3 hours late. And if driver was supposed to travel with the same speed, the flight would have reached 3 hours late. But instead of 3 hours late, he reached 1 hour late. It means overall he covered 2 hours. So it means with a speed of V plus 100, he has covered the whole distance 2 hours before the actual time. Okay. So for example, he is going to cover a distance of 11,200 with a speed of v. So total time taken is going to be this. Okay. If he is going to cover the same distance with v plus 100, he is actually taking 2 hours less. So this time should be 2 more than this time. Okay. Now what I can say? I can say 11,200 upon v minus 11,200 upon v plus 100, and that's equal to 2. So this is what we are getting now. If we are going to make quadratic equation, that is going to be way too tricky. What I'm going to do, if you see the difference of these two values is 100, right? So I need to figure out two factors of 11,200 that are at a distance of 100. Okay. So so basically if I'm going to break 11,200, so it can be 14 into 8 into 100. I'm not considering 100 as if now. Okay. So basically we have factors of this, that is 2 into 7 into 8. Okay. So let's take one thing. 700 and 800 are factors of 11,200. Now let's try putting these two values. So upon 700 minus 11,200 upon 800, and we are checking whether this value actually comes out to be 2 or not. So this comes out to be how much? 14. This comes out to be how much? Oh, sorry. This comes out to be 16 and this comes out to be 14. Now, difference of these two values is 2. So basically, we got the value of v as we expected. So the initial planned average speed should be 700. So v comes out to be 700. Now, what question is asking, had the pilot increased the average speed by 350 kilometers per hour from the initially planned average speed, when would have the flight reached its destination? Fair enough. So it means effectively it is talking about time. So distance is 11,200. His actually running speed is going to be v plus 350. That is going to be this. We can cancel out by 7. So this comes out to be 15. This comes out to be 160. So I am going to get my time as 10 by 15. Or I can say 10 2 by 3 hours. Okay, so 10 2 by 3 hours can be said as 10 hours and 40 minutes. So this is what is actual time taken if he is going to travel with a speed of v plus 350. Okay. The flight was supposed to start at 6:30, but it started 3 hours late. It means it actually started at 9:30. And after that, it is going to take 10 hours and 40 minutes. So if I add 10 hours to it, I'm going to get 7:30. Then if I'm going to add 40 minutes to it, then I'm going to get 8 hours, 10 minutes. So 8 o'clock, 8:10, the flight must have reached its own destination. So answer of this question is going to be 8. Now let's see this question. Now, what does this question says? I'm just going to, I'm not going to use a lot of different formula for log. I'm just going to do it very simply. Log base 5 x minus 2 is equal to 2 log 25 2x minus 4. Okay. So there is a formula that is log AB is equal to log B upon log A. And there is another formula that is A log A power m, and that is equal to m log A. The power comes in front, that's it. So we are just going to use these two formula and solve the question. So first one, I can write that log 5, log something, some base, x minus 2 upon log 5. Just using the first formula. That is equal to 2 times log 2x minus 4 upon log log 25. Log 25 can be written as log 5 square. So if 5 is square, so m comes out to front, and m comes to front. So 2 comes here, 2 gets cancelled out, log 5 gets cancelled out. So it means I can say x minus 2 should be equal to 2x minus 4. So if I'm going to put x minus 2 is equal to 2x minus 4. So from here I'm going to get x is equal to 2. Now, if I'm getting x equal to 2 and if I'm going to put it in the initial equation, so 2 minus 2 becomes 0, and inside the log, you cannot have any value as 0. So it means we are getting only one possible value for this, and that value does not satisfy the basic condition of log itself. It means there is no possible value that is going to satisfy this equation. So whenever you are going to solve a question of log, what you are supposed to do, if you are going to get some value, just put it in the original equation and see whether it is contradicting any condition or not. If it does, then it is not an acceptable value. So in this case, my answer of this question is going to be option 1, that's 0. Now let's see this question. What does it says? The cost of running a theater is 10,000 per day plus additional 5,000 rupees per show. Fair enough. The theater has 200 seats. A new movie is released on Friday, and there were 3 shows. Okay. Where the ticket price was 250 for the first 2 slots and 200 for late night show. Okay. So basically, in the first slot, we have 200. In the second slot, we have 200 seats. In the third slot, we have 200 seats. So total number of tickets to be sold are 600. This is what I have figured out, because in 3 slots and in each slot you have 200 seats. So total tickets needs to be sold are 600. Okay. For all shows together, the total occupancy was 80%. So it means total tickets sold are 80% of total available. So 80% of 600 is going to be 480. So total 480 tickets are sold. But the question is not talking about the bifurcation of it. The question is saying that in the morning show the price is 250, in the afternoon show it is 250, and the late night show it's 200. Okay, so I don't know how many tickets are of 250, how many tickets are of 200. Okay. The question is talking about what is the maximum possible profit. So it means if I'm looking for higher profit, it means I'm looking for higher revenue. So if I'm looking for higher revenue, it means I need to sell tickets at a higher price. So out of 480, I am selling 200 tickets in the first slot, and cost of these is 250. Then next 200, I'm going to sell it for the afternoon slot, because again the price is, excuse me, the prices are 250, and remaining 80 tickets I'm selling at a price of 200 because I want to maximize my revenue. So this revenue comes out to be 50,000. This comes out to be 50,000. This comes out to be 16,000. So total revenue comes out to be 1,16,000, and this is the maximum possible revenue. Now, what is the cost? The running is 10,000 plus 5,000 per shows, and there are 3 shows, so total amount is 15,000. So total cost incurred to run a movie theater is going to be 10,000 plus 15,000, that is going to be 25,000. Total revenue is this. So if I subtract 25,000 from it, I am going to get the profit, and that profit comes out to be 91,000. So answer of this question is going to be option 4. Let's start this set. What in this question, what does it says? It says that FS food stall sells only chicken biryani. If FS fixes selling price at 160 per plate, and then 300 plates are sold. Fair enough. For each price increase of selling by 10 rupees, the quantity decreases by 10. If price decreases by 10, the quantity increases by 10. Okay. And whatever he is doing, that is in the multiple of 10. The cost per plate that is given to us, that is equal to 160. Okay. So if he's selling 160 plates, 160 per plate. His total sale is 300. Okay. If he increases, let's say by X, if he increase by 10, so X will be 10. If he decrease by 10, X will be -1. So if he increase the price by 20, so X will be 2. Then his total sell quantity is going to be minus 10X. The reverse effect we are going to have over here. Okay. Now this is the total cost. Sorry, total sale. This is the total quantity he's selling. So this, if we multiply both of them, we are going to get the revenue of the shop. Right. Now, question is talking about what is the maximum profit that he can achieve, right? So for profit, what I'm going to do, this is total selling price. From selling price, I am going to subtract the cost. This is going to be the cost. This is going to be the quantity. So the profit becomes this. So we are going to have 40 plus 10x. And that's equal to, into 300 minus 10x. Now what we can do, we can take 10 and 10, 20, 10 and 10, 100 common. So 100, 4 plus x, and this comes out to be 30 minus x. Now, this is the equation for profit that we are getting. So we can say the total profit is going to be 100. This comes out to be 120 plus 30x minus 4x minus x square. So this is what we are getting so far. Now 100 minus x square minus what? Minus x square plus 26x plus 120. Now this is the equation I am going to get from here. So this is the total profit we are talking about. The company is going to incur. Okay. Now, if we talk about, if we see this equation, this is effectively a quadratic equation. The coefficient of x square is negative. So basically what we are going to do, we are going to draw an inverted parabola. We are going to draw an inverted parabola. So basically, when we are talking about inverted parabola, this is the highest point. So this highest point we can get at x equal to minus b upon 2a. Okay. So what is minus b? That is minus 26 upon 2 into minus 1. So this comes out to be x comes out to be 13. So you are going to maximize this equation at x equal to 13. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put x equal to 13 over here and I'm going to get the answer. So the maximum profit is going to be 100 into 13 plus 4 is going to be 17 into 17. And that comes out to be 28900. So answer of this question is going to be option 2. That is 28,900. Now let's see this question. It says a farmer has a triangular plot of land. One side of the plot henceforth is called base and 300 feet. It is 300 feet long and other two sides are equal. Okay. The perpendicular distance from the corner of the plot where two sides meet to the base is 200 feet. Okay. So basically we have a triangle like this. The base is 300. If we draw a perpendicular, the length of the perpendicular is 200. Okay. So now the question is not that difficult because I can calculate this length as well. Because if we are talking about an isosceles triangle, if you draw the you join the base, midpoint of the base from the vertex, it bisects. So this length comes out to be 150. This comes out to be 200. With the help of Pythagoras theorem, we can say this is going to be 250. So I already know the sides till now. Now, after that, the question says to counter the adverse effect of climate change, the farmer wants to dig a circular pond. He plans that half of the circular area will be inside of triangular plot and the other half will be outside. okay, which he will purchase at a market rate from his neighbor. The diameter of the circular plot is entirely contained in the base, and circumference of the pond touches two equal sides of the triangles. Okay. So we are, if you read it carefully, it says something like this. So the diameter lies on the base and circumference touches the side. Okay. And this is, we are going to have something like this. Okay. Now, if the market rate per square feet and whatever it is, and the question is saying how much money he should pay to his neighbor. So it means we are talking about this area, this additional area that he is going to buy from his neighbor. So this much money he has to pay. So area into 1400, that's going to be the answer. Now, what is this? This is going to be semicircle. So its area comes out to be 1/2 times pi r square. And the price is 1400. So this is effectively my answer. So what is my job? My job right now is to figure out what is the radius. Okay. Now, if you see, it is an isosceles triangle. I am drawing the whole circle. So this is going to be quarter circle, as well as this is also going to be quarter circle. And this triangle is going to be right angle triangle. So I am just going to draw the right angle triangle separately. And in that right angle triangle, I am going to draw the quarter circle. And then I'm going to find the radius. Okay. Now this length is 150. This length is 200 and this length is 250. Now this line, I can say hypotenuse is tangent on the circumference. So this is also going to be 90 degrees. So basically this line is, the radius is actually perpendicular to the hypotenuse. So how we are going to figure out? So what is the area of the triangle? Let's say this is R. So what is the area of triangle? That is half into 200 into 150, half into base into height. We can also calculate the area as half into base, that is 250, into height. Height is R. So that comes out to be this. This gets cancelled out. 0, 0, 3, 5, 40. So my radius comes out to be 120. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put all the values over here and get the answer. So this comes out to be 120 into 120 into 1400. So this is going to be 11. This is going to be 200. And okay, that's it. Multiply these values and you are going to get the answer as 3 lakh, 3 crore 16 lakhs and 80,000. So that's going to be the answer of this question. Now let's see this question. This question says a group of boys is practicing football in a rectangular ground. Raju and Ratan are standing at the two opposite opposite midpoints of the two shorter side. Okay. So we have two people, Raju and Ratan. They are standing at the midpoint of the shorter side. Okay. So I'm just drawing this. This is the shorter side. So one is at one point Raju is standing, another point Ratan is standing. Okay. Raju has a ball who passes it to Rivu, who's standing somewhere on the longer sides. Okay. So let's say Rivu is standing here. And Rivu holds a ball for 3 seconds. Okay. So he holds the ball for 3 seconds and passes it to Ratan. Okay. So as well as he passes it to Ratan. Ratan holds the ball for 2 seconds and passes it back to Raju. Okay. And he passes it to, and he holds the ball for 3 seconds, passes it to Raju. Okay. The path of the ball from Raju to Rivu make a right angle with Rivu to Ratan. Okay. So this is this, and this is, let's say, X, this is Y. And the speed of the ball wherever passed is always 10 meters per second. Okay, fair enough. And it is, and what we are supposed to find out? We are supposed to find out the problem of how many seconds does it take for Raju to get the ball back since he passed it to Rivu. Okay. So if we know the value of x, we know this time because speed is always 10. If we know the value of y, we know the time. If we know this value, we also know everything. So basically we get the time, plus we also know the holding time. Okay, sorry, it is not 3 seconds, it's 2 seconds. So we also know the holding time. So if we get the value of x and y, we are more or less we are going to get everything. Now this is a question of data sufficiency. Now let's see what this questions, first statement says. It says dimension of the ground is 80 into 50. Okay. So basically I can say this length is 80 and this length is 50 because this is the longer side and this is the shorter side. So I can say this length is going to be 25. This is going to be 25. Okay. This is 80 and because it is right angle triangle, so I can say root of x square plus y square, and that's equal to how much? That's going to be 80. Now this is 80, this is 25. So what is the area? Area is going to be half into x into y, and that is equal to half into 80 into 25. So x into y is 2000. So I have one equation as x square plus y square is 80 square. Second, we have x into y is equal to 18 into 25. So anyhow, we have two equations and two variables, so we can get the value of x and y. So if we are going to get the value of x and y, we can get the answer. So first alone is sufficient to answer the question. Okay. The second one says that the area of the triangle formed by Raju, Rivu, and Ratan is 1000 square meters. So basically, it says that half into x into y is equal to 1000. Okay. So I can have x into y is equal to 2000. But how many variables do we have? Two. How many equations do we have? One. So can we get the answer for this question? Definitely not. So my answer of this question is going to be first alone is sufficient, but second alone is not. Whenever we are trying to solve the question of data sufficiency, we actually do not need to calculate the actual value. We just need to figure out whether we can solve the questions or not. The least common multiple of a number and 990 is 6930. Okay. So let's say LCM of n and 990 is 6930. So if we are going to factorize it, we are going to get 990 into 7. Okay. So we can have 990 from 990 itself. So whatever n is, n must contain 7 because in LCM we take all the possible prime factors, all the possible factors. Okay. So 7 is not there in 990. It means n must contain 7, right? So minimum possible value of n can be 7. And it can have few common factors with 990 as well. So n can be anything, but it must be a multiple of 7. Now, second thing says the GCF greatest common divisor or GCD of n and 550 should be is 110. Okay. So 110 is a factor of 550, and because it is a common divisor, it means n must be multiple of 7. N should also be a multiple of 110. So n must contain 7 as well as n must contain 110. So smallest value of n should be 7 into 110. So we can say the smallest value is going to be 770. So if smallest value of n is 770, so what is the sum of digits of it? It is going to be 14. So answer of this question is going to be option 3. Let's start this question. What does it says? The root of the polynomial this are the radii of 3 concentric circles. So I can say that px, and that's equal to 2x cube minus 11x square plus 17x minus 6. And this equation, this is a cubic polynomial, so it has 3 roots. So alpha plus beta plus gamma is going to be minus b upon a. So that comes out to be 11 by 2. Okay. Product of roots taken 2 at a time, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha, and that comes out to be 17 by 2. And product of roots taken 3 at a time is going to be alpha beta gamma, that is going to be minus 6 upon minus 6 sorry, minus of minus 6 upon 2. So that comes out to be 3. Okay. Now, product of all three numbers should be 3 and sum of all the numbers should be 5.5. So it means I need one number that should be in decimal and decimal of 0.5. So the number can be 0.5, it can be 1.5 or something like this. So let's assume one number is 1 by 2, one number is 3, one number is 2. So the product of these three numbers become 3. Sum of these numbers become 5.5. If I'm going to take 2 at a time, so alpha beta means 3 into 2, that's going to be 6. Beta gamma, it means this into this, that comes out to be 1. And alpha gamma, that comes out to be 3 by 2. So if I am going to add all these, I am going to get value as 17 upon 2. So it means the roots of the equation should be 3, 2, and 1 by 2. So it means the radii of the three concentric circles should be alpha is to beta is to gamma, should be in the ratio of 3 is to 2 is to 1 by 2. So I can say it should be in the ratio of 6 is to 4 is to 1. So area should be in the ratio of the squares. So 36 is to 16 is to 1. So answer of this question is going to be option 4. So instead of making a cubic equation and trying to solve it, whenever we have these kind of cubic equation, in most of the cases, the roots are integers. They are not irrational, because if there are irrational roots, it is going to be extremely difficult to figure out the roots, and none of the competitive exams look for it. You need to find roots in integers, as well as there was a hint that one root is definitely not going to be integer from this point. So just use a few points, few values, and eventually by hit and trial, you are definitely going to get the answer. A local restaurant has 16 vegetarian items and 9 non-vegetarian items. Some items contain gluten and some, while rest are gluten-free. Okay. So I have 16 veg and 9 non-veg. Some contains gluten and some, while rest are gluten-free. I don't know how many are gluten, how many are gluten-free. On one evening, Rohit and his friends went to restaurant. They planned to choose 2 different vegetarian items from 3 different non-vegetarian items from the total menu. So they opted for 2 vegetarian and 3 non-vegetarian. So basically, what is the total selection we are going to have? That is 16C2 into 9C3. Later, Bella and her friends also went to the same restaurant. They planned to choose 2 different vegetarian items and 1 non-vegetarian items only from the gluten-free options. Okay. So, okay. So basically, they are trying to choose okay, so they are picking the numbers from the gluten-free options. So let's say there are X gluten-free and here are Y gluten-free. They are picking 2 vegetarian items out of X. They are picking 1 non-vegetarian item from Y. Okay. So that what is the total number of selection? That is going to be XC2 into YC1. The number of combination that Rohit and his friends could have had uh, uh, could choose from given their plan was 12 times the number of item combinations that Bella and her friends could choose from. Okay, so it means this is the selection for Rohit, this is the selection for Bella, and selection of Rohit is 12 times selection of Bella. Okay, how many menu items contain gluten? And X and Y are gluten free. It means 16 minus X are the items that contain gluten, and 9 minus Y are these many non-vegetarian items contain gluten. Okay, so it is going to be 16 into 15 divided by 2. This comes out to be 9 into 8 into 7 divided by 3 factorial, or I can say 6. and this is going to be x into x minus 1 divided by 2, and yc1 is going to be y itself. This is going to be 12. Okay. Now this two got cancelled out. 9 8s are 72, so this comes out to be 12. This gets cancels out. So I have 16 into 15 into 7, and we have x into x minus 1 into y. So x and x minus 1 are two consecutive numbers. So I can say x can be 16 and y can be 7. We can directly say that. So if x is 16, so this comes out to be 0. And this 9 minus 7 comes out to be 2. So how many items contain glutton? That's going to be 2. But can we have another possible arrangement? Yes, definitely. We can have I am just breaking it into two parts. That is 2 into 8 into 15 into 7. So I can also have 15 into 14 into 8. So x becomes 15 and y becomes 8. So if x is 15, this comes out to be 1. Y becomes 8. This also comes out to be 1. So how many items contain glutton? 2. So irrespective of the cases, my answer does not change. And the thing is, in this question, it says some item contains gluten. That does not mean that some vegetarian items or some non-vegetarian items contain gluten. It says out of 25 items, few items contain gluten. There is no bifurcation of veg and non-veg. So what is the, how many items contain gluten? That's going to be 2. So answer of this question is going to be option 2. Now let's see this question. It says, consider the two linear equations, 3x plus 21y plus p, and that's equal to 0. Qx plus ry minus 7, and that's equal to 0, where p, q, r are real numbers. And which of the following definitely contradicts the fact that the lines represented by the two equations are coinciding. Okay, so it means we are talking about the same equation. So whenever we have these kind of equation, we have a standard rule that a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. Okay. Now this is something I don't know what is it about. Now, if we see 3 upon q, if q is positive, so overall value becomes positive. In that case, this value will also be positive. So if this value has to be positive, it means p should be negative. It means q and p must contain negative opposite signs. If this value is negative, it means q should be negative. And to this value to be negative, p has to be positive. So in anyhow, q and p must have opposite sign, and q and r must have same sign. So this is what that is given. So P and Q must have opposite signs. That is true. And we are looking for contradiction. So this is rejected. R and Q must have same signs. Again, we can conclude that. So this is also rejected. Okay. P cannot be 0. I don't know. I'll see to it later on. The smallest among P, Q, R is R. So, and the smallest among P, Q, R is R. Okay. So let's take this value SK. So Q comes out to be 3 upon K. R comes out to be 21 upon K. And P comes out to be minus 7K. Okay. Now, what I am going to do, I am just going to take one simple point. I am going to take K is equal to 1. So if K is equal to 1, Q comes out to be 3, R comes out to be 21, and P comes out to be minus 7. That is one possibility, right? I am going to take second possibility. K is equal to minus 1. So if K is equal to minus 1, Q becomes minus 3. R becomes minus 21. And P becomes plus 7. So in one case, R is maximum. In one case, R is minimum. So in the first case, R is maximum, P is minimum. In second case, R is minimum, P is maximum. But Q is neither maximum nor minimum. So smallest among PQR is R. That may be true, definitely not false. The smallest among PQR is Q. It is definitely false because in both the cases Q cannot be the largest, it as well as it can't be smallest, and this definitely contradicts the statement. So my answer of this question is going to be option 3. So this question says that consider a 4-digit number that is in the format of A triple B. Okay. The first digit is A can definitely cannot be 0, and the last 3 digits are P. Okay. Now, which of the following conditions are both necessary and sufficient to ensure that 4-digit number is divisible by A? Okay. So let's say we have a number, 4-digit number A triple B. Now I can expand this number as 1000A plus 100B plus 10B plus B. Okay. So I can say 1000A plus 111B. Okay. So it eventually comes out to be 1000A plus 3 into 37B. Okay. Now this number should be divisible by A. So this part is definitely divisible by A. Now I need this part to be divisible by A. Okay. So 3A is divisible by B. Yes, that may be true. But B is divisible by A. It's not necessary condition. 3A is divisible by A. That is a necessary condition. Or 37B is divisible by A. That is also a necessary condition. So B is divisible by A. No. B is equal to 0. Not necessarily. 21B, definitely I won't say 21B is a sufficient condition, but it's not necessary. Similarly, 9B is sufficient, but not necessary. 3B is both necessary as well as sufficient condition. So answer of this question is going to be option 5. Let's start this question. So what does this question says? Consider a right angle triangle ABC, right angle at B. Okay, so basically we can see the right angle triangle is already drawn and there are 2 circles and the radius of each circle is R. Okay, so they are drawn from the triangle in such a way so that, okay, so I can say that this circle touches AB and BC and another circle touches AC and BC. While the other one touches AC and BC, okay, the 2 circles also touch each other. Okay, we can see it clearly. AB is 18, that is given. BC is 24, that is also given. So by Pythagoras theorem, AC is 18, BC is 24. So AC comes out to be 30. Okay. Now radius of each circle is R. So I'm just going to draw this. This is going to be 2R. This is going to be R. I'm going to draw this. This is also going to be R. And this is going to be perpendicular because AC is tangent to this circle. So if AC is tangent to this circle, so if I join the radius, it will be perpendicular. Okay. This is also 90 degrees. I'm just going to give names. This is D, let's say this is E, this is F. So I can say B is going to be 3R. CE is going to be 24 minus 3R. C is the external point, and from that external point, I am going to draw two tangents, CF and CE. So length of both of them are going to be equal. So this comes out to be 24 minus 3R. Now AC is 30 and CF is 24 minus 3R. So what is the length of AF? That comes out to be 6 plus 3R. Okay. Now I'm going to join this to this. Now let's call this O. Now in triangle AOF, it is a right angle triangle at F. ADO, it is also a right angle triangle at D. Now AO is hypotenuse in both the triangles. So AO is square. I'm talking about triangle AOF. So AO is square comes out to be 6 plus 3R whole square plus R square. If I'm talking about triangle ADO, I am going to get AO is square. Now, what is the length of AD? If you see this length is R, So dB is R. So AD comes out to be 18 minus R. So 18 minus R whole square plus 3R 3R whole square. Okay, so now both the values are a whole square, so I'm just going to equate it. So first comes out to be 36 plus this comes out to be 36R plus 9R square plus R square, and that is equal to 324 minus 36R plus R square plus 9R square. So this got cancels out. So from here, I'm going to get 72R is equal to 288. Now just cancel this out. So this comes out to be 4. So what is the radius? That comes out to be 4. So answer of this question is going to be option B. A king has distributed all his rare jewels in 3 boxes. Okay. The first box contains 1/3 of the rare jewels. The second box contains k by 5 and for some positive integer value of k. Okay. So the first box contains 1/3 of total n. Second box, now k by 5 is a fraction and the fraction should be less than 1. So k can be 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 3 by 5 and so on. Okay. So second one contains k by 5 of the total. And third one contains 66. So let's say there are total of n joules. So if there are total of n joules, so first box contain 1/3 of n, second box contain k by 5 of n, and third box contains 66, and that should be equal to total value of n. Okay. So I can say it is going to be k by 5 of n plus 66 is equal to 2 by 3 of n. Okay. So 66 is equal to 2 by 3 of n minus k by 5 of n. Now just taking the denominator as 15. So this comes out to be 10n minus 3kn. So from here, I can say 10n minus 3kn is equal to 990. That is 66 into 15. I just cross multiplied here. N common, 10 minus 3k. And that is equal to 990. And that is the equation I am getting so far. Now, it seems like the answers cannot be determined, but I also know that k should be less than 5. Okay. So let's put k equal to 1. So if k is 1, so 10 minus 3 comes out to be 7. But 7 is not a factor of 990. So k cannot be equal to 1. Let's put k equal to 2. So k equal to 2. So 10 minus 3 into 2, that is 6. So 10 minus 6 is 4. 990 is also not a multiple of 4. So k cannot be 2 as well. Let's say k equal to 3. So 10 minus 3 into 3 means 10 minus 9 comes out to be 1. So n comes out to be 990. If we are going to put k equal to 4, this value goes to negative, and that's not possible. So, and how many values of n we are getting? Only 1. So my answer of this question is going to be 990. So basically this question seems like the answer cannot be found out, but actually with the given conditions, you can actually figure out what is the value of the answer. Let's start the set. Now this is a tricky one. Aman has come to the market with 100 rupees. He buys 5 kg of cabbage and 5 kg of potato. So let's say the price of 5 kg of cabbage is 5C, and C is price per kg for cabbage, and P is price per kg for potato, and he has 20 rupees left. It means he is spending a total of 80 rupees. Okay. If he buys 4 kg of cabbage, that is 4C, 5 kg of onion. So instead of taking price of onion as O, I am going to take it as X. And then he has 7 rupees left. So that comes out to be 93. The kg price per cabbage, onion, and potato are all positive integers. And any type of vegetables can be purchased. Okay. So price and quantity both are in integers itself. So basically, this is a linear equation as well as this is a linear equation. And let's try to find out the solutions. So this is 16, this is 0. That is one possible solution. Now, coefficient of P is 4. So C is going to change by 4. Coefficient of C is 5. So P is going to change by 5. Now, both signs are same. So one value will decrease, another value will increase. So this comes out to be 12. This comes out to be 5. This is 8. This is 10. This is 4. This is 15. This is 0. This is 20. So these are the solutions we are getting. Similarly, here we are going to get 22, 1. Next is going to be 17 and 5. Then we are going to have what? 12 and 9. Then 7 and 13. 2 and 17. Okay, so these are the linear solutions we are getting. Okay. In the linear equation, if you see both the linear equation, what is common? That is the value of C. What are the common solutions you are getting? That is 12. So we can say the price of cabbage, and that's going to be 12. The price of potato, that's going to be 5. The price of onion, that's going to be 9. Okay, so we have already figured out the actual prices per kg. Now, the first statement says Aman decides to buy only onion. Okay, so he's buying only onion and price of onion is 9 in whatever maximum quantity possible. And what is the money is left with him. Okay. And initially he is going to the market with 100 rupees and the price of onion is 9 rupees per kg. So he's going to buy 11 kg. Maximum he can buy 11 kg. So he's going to spend 99 rupees. So if he is going to spend 99 rupees, so how much money is going to be left with him? That is going to be 1 rupee. So answer of this question is going to be option 5. Okay. The next one, Aman decides to buy only onion and potato, both in positive integer kilogram, in such a way that money left with him after the purchase will be insufficient to buy a full kg of either of the two vegetables. Okay. So basically, he's left out the price of potato is 5. So price is 5. Let's say quantity of potato is A. The price of onion is 9. And let's say quantity he's buying is B. Okay. And the money that should be left with him is so much so that he can't buy anything. It means the amount left with him should be less than 5 rupees, because if he has 5 rupees left, he can buy a kg of potato. So the money left with him should be less than 5. Okay. So basically, the total expenditure should be greater equal than 96 and it should be less than equal to 100. So just let's try to find something. So it can be what it can be. So, and it also says that he's buying both in positive integral kilogram. It means he's buying at least 1 kg of each. Okay. So let's say he is buying 18 kg of this and 1 kg of this. Okay. So 18 and 1. So sum comes out to be 99. Okay. Second case, he can buy 17 kg, means 85. 85 and money left with him is going to be 15. In 15, he can buy one onion and 1 kg onion and 1 kg this. So 17 will not be possible because he can't buy 2. So 17 and 2, the sum comes out to be sum is going to be greater than 100. And if we are going to talk about this, the value is not going to lie in this range. So we can't take 17. Okay. Let's talk about 16. 16 5s are 80. So he can buy 2 kg. Now, is it acceptable? Yes. If we are going to take 15 kg, that is 75. 75 means 25 left. In 25, he can buy 2 kg. then still more than 5 rupees are going to be left. So not possible. If I talk about 14, 3, does it satisfy? Yes, 70 and 27. Okay, so it is acceptable. Then we are talking about how much? Let's say 13. So 13, 65, and the remaining amount is 35. So 35 means he can buy 3 kg, not 4 kg. Amount left is going to be more than that. So again, 13 is not going to be acceptable. Let's take 12, 60, and this comes out to be 4. Acceptable? Yes. If we talk about 11, so 11 means 65. 65 means the it is going to be, remaining amount is going to be 45. So 5 kg. Is it acceptable? Yes. 10, 5, but still 5 left. So no. Okay. 9. So it can be 6. Yes, acceptable. Will do. 8, 40, remaining is 60. 60, he can buy 6 kg, but 6 rupees will be left. So A is 8, not possible. If we talk about 7, so 35, 35 means 65, 65 means 9. Okay, so acceptable. Then we are talking about 6, so 30, 70, not possible. If we are talking about 5, 5 means 25, so 75 means uh, okay, so I think this is going to be this is going to be 8. Okay, so this can't be 9. So 35, 65 means this is also going to be 7. Okay. Then we are talking about 4. Then 4 means 20. Then remaining amount is 80. 80 means if he buys 8 kg, then 8 rupees will be left. Not possible. If we are talking about 3, 85 means 9 kg. Is it possible? Yes. If we talk about 2, so 90 means 10 kg. Acceptable? Yes. If we talk about uh, 11 kg of this, 11 kg is not possible because this will be 99. So not a possible arrangement, because in that case it can't be 1. So what are the total number of favorable cases? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out of that, in how many places B is greater than A? That is 1, 2, and 3. So answer of this question comes out to be option A, and that is 3 upon 10. Let's start this set. 41 applicants have been shortlisted for an interview for some data analyst positions. Okay, some of the applicants have advanced expertise in one or more fields among data analysis, database handling, and coding. Okay. The number of applicants with different advanced expertise were given in 2 by 8 table below. Okay, fair enough. The number of applicants with advanced expertise in all 3 fields are given as X, where X is non-negative integer. Okay. So let's see. We have something common thing. So basically this seems like a set of set theory. So I'm just going to draw 3 circles. So the first one is data analysis. Second one is data handling. And third one is coding. Data analysis in total is 12. Database handling is 5. And coding is 7 in total. Database, data analysis, and database handling. So the first 2 circles. This total value comes out to be 2. Database handling and coding. So this total value comes out to be 3. Data analysis and coding. So basically this comes out to be 6, and common value is given to us as X. So this value comes out to be 6 minus X. This value comes out to be 2 minus X. This value comes out to be 3 minus X. And this value comes out to be, okay. Now out of 12, this total value is 2. So remaining comes out to be 8. And from 8, if we subtract 6 minus X, we are going to get 2 plus X. Okay. Oh, sorry. It comes out to be 4 plus x. So 12 minus 2 is 10. 10 minus 6 minus x, that comes out to be 4 plus x. Out of 5, this is 2. So remaining is 3. And 3 minus x, it comes out to be x only. Now, this is 7. And this value is 6. So remaining is 1. 1 minus 3 minus x. So this comes out to be x minus 2. Okay. Now, if you see this value, if we are filling the values in set theory, none of the values can be negative because number of people cannot be negative. So it means 2 minus x cannot be negative. It means 2 minus x should be greater or equal than 0. So it means x should be less than or equal to 2. But it also says that x minus 2 should also be greater or equal than 0. It means x should be greater or equal than 2. Now x is greater equal than 2 as well as it is less than equal to 2. It means x can have only one value. That value is 2. So x minus 2 is going to be 0. 3 minus x comes out to be 1. X is 2. X is 2. 2 minus x is 0. 6 minus x is 4. And 4 plus x, that's going to be 6. So what are the total number of people we are talking about? That is, this total circle gives us 12. 12 plus 2, 14 plus 1, 15 plus 0. So the number of people who have expertise in any of them is 15. So out of 41 people, 15 people have expertise in at least one of the three things: data analysis, database handling, and coding. Now let's see what questions are saying. What best can be concluded about the value of x? So value of x is 2. We have actually got the exact value. How many participants did not have advanced expertise in any of the given fields? So total number of people were 41, and out of 41, 15 people have expertise in at least one. So how many people have in none? That's going to be 26. So answer of this question comes out to be option 3, that is 26. Let's start this set. So basically this set says that upper hinge of a data set is the median of all the values to the right of the median of the data set in ascending arrangement. Lower hinge is the of the data set is the median of all the values on the left hand side of the median. Okay, fair enough. For example, so basically there is example that is given. Now a student has surveyed 13 integers of her teacher and recorded their work experience in integers. 2 of the values recorded by the student got smudged. Okay. So 11 values the student knows, and she could not recall those values. All she remembers that those 2 values were unequal. So let us write them as A and B, and A is smaller than B. Okay. The remaining 11 values as recorded 5, 7, 6. Okay, so I'm just going to write all the numbers: 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, then 12, then we have 16, 19, 21, 21, 27, and 29. Okay. So, okay, and minimum value is 2, and 2 is not in the given data set. It means 2 is also going to be some value. So A is less than B, so 2 should be A. The maximum value is 29. Okay, so this is 29. We have it. Median is 12. So out of 13 values, median is going to be the 7th value. Okay. So, and median is 12 means this 12 is median. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 values are there on the right hand side. So 6 values should be on the left hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It means B should be lying on the left hand side of the 12. Okay. So I can conclude that B cannot be greater than 12. It can be equal to 12. It should be less than 12. Okay. The lower hinge is 6.5. Okay. So out of the 6 values, so we are going to have 6 values. The lower hinge is 6.5. So average of 6 and 7 is 6.5. So lower hinge should be 6.5. And 6.5 is the median. it means three values are less than 6.5. Three values should be greater than 6.5. So it means B should be greater than 6.5. So B can be, it can be 7, it can be 8, it can be 9, it can be 10, it can be 11, it can be 12. So B cannot take any value that's greater than 12. It cannot take any value that's less than 7. Upper hinge is 21. So basically, if we see the median of these 6 values is 21, okay, fair enough. So upper hinge is 21. Okay, so we have figured out whatever we could. Now let's see. Which of the following is a possible value of B? So between 7 to 12, we already know it. So the possible, in that range, the only possible number is 8. So my answer of this question is going to be 8. Based on the information recorded, which of the following can be the average of work experience of 13 teachers? So let's add up all the numbers. So 2 plus 5, 7, 7, 13, 20, 28, 28 plus 12 is 40. 40 plus 35 is 75. 75 plus 42 is 117. 117 plus 27 is 144. 144 plus 29 is going to be 173. Plus one value is missing, that is B. Okay, so B can be 17. Let's take B, B can be 7. Let's take B as 7 itself. So sum comes out to be 180 divided by 30. So even if I'm going to take this one, so this comes out to be 13 square is 169. So 13 plus 4 plus B upon 13. So anyhow, B is less than, B is greater than 7. So 4 plus B upon 13 is definitely going to be more than 0.5. So my average is anyhow is going to be greater than 13.5. So it should be greater than 13.5. And how many options we have that's greater than 13.5? So that's 40. Okay. While rechecking her original loads to re-enter the smudged values of A and B in the records, the student found that one of the 11 records recorded work experience value that did not get smudged after uh, uh, were recorded wrongly as half of its correct value. So it means one value should be doubled. So let's say if 12 is recorded half, so actual value was 24, it was recorded as 12. So the sum should increase by 12. Okay. And after that, she recalculated the summary measures, and the average comes out to be 15. And what is the value of B? Okay, fair. So I already know that the current sum is 173 plus B, but one value is doubled. So for example, 7 is doubled. So 7 is doubled means 7 has become 14. It means sum is definitely going to increase by 7. So let's say a random number X has increased, X has doubled. So X is already included in this, plus I need one more X. Divide by 13 is going to give me the average, and that's equal to 15. So 173 plus B plus X, that comes out to be 13 into 15, that comes out to be 195. So I can say B plus X should be equal to how much? 22. Okay. So I know that B can take these values. So if B is 7, X should be 15. B is 8, X is going to be 14. B is 9, X can be 13. B is 10, X can be 12. B is 11, X can be 11. And B is 12, X can be 10. Now, if you see, one value is repeated. It means X is going to be one of these values. Do we have 15 in the data set? No. So first is rejected. Do we have 14 in the data set? No. So this is rejected. Do we have 13 in the data set? No. So it is rejected. Do we have 12 in the data set? Yes. So 12 is doubled. So basically B can be 10. Okay. Do we have 11 in the data set? No. So it is also rejected. Do we have 10 in the data set? No. So it is also rejected. So we are going to have exactly one value of B, and that comes out to be 10. So my answer of this question is going to be option 3. That is going to be 10. So the question says in T20 cricket match consists two teams playing 20 overs each, numbered 1 to 20. The runs scored in any over is non-negative integer value. Okay. The run rate at the end of the over is average runs scored up to and including that over. Okay. Uh, so basically they have defined the run rate itself. Okay. And total it is T20 match and there are 20 overs. Okay. Now, okay, so they are they are giving us the run rate till n-2, n+2, n+4 and this. So our job is to figure out what is the value of n. Okay. So anyhow, this the decimal is 0. So it means total runs should be multiple of 8 as well as they should be multiple of n-2. Now here we are getting 0.43. So how we are going to get 0.3? Because decimal part is 0.43, it means do we have any fraction that gives us 0.43? So basically 1 by 7 is 0.1428. 2 by 7, that's 0.28. 56, and 3 by 7 is 0.4284. So I can say 3 by 7 is this. It means n should be anyhow either 7 or it should be multiple of 7. So it can be 7 or it can be 7 or it can be 14. So n can take two possible values. Okay. Now in n+2, I am getting 0.11 in decimal. So how do you get 0.11 in decimal? That is 1 by 9. Okay. So if n is 7, n can be 9. If n is 14, n+2 should be 16. But in decimal, 16 doesn't give you 0.11. It means this 14 is not a possible arrangement. So from here, I got the definite value of n, that is 7. This comes out to be 9. This comes out to be 11. This comes out to be 13. This comes out to be 5. So till 5 over, my run rate was 8. So till 5th over, the total runs were 40. Till 7th over, so basically it is going to be 7.43 into 7. So this comes out to be 49 plus 3. That's 49 plus 3 is 52. So till over 7th, the total sum was 52. Till 9th over, it is going to be 9 it's 72 plus 173. Till 10th over, till 11th over, it was 11 it's 88, 88 plus 4 92. Until 13th over, it is going to be this much. Okay. So we have 105. And, it is going to be 92. Okay. So 11 it's 88, 88 plus 4 comes out to be 92. Okay. So basically till 5th over, the runs made are 40. In 6th and 7th over, cumulatively the runs made are 12. In 8th and 9th over, runs made are 21. In 10th and 11th over, runs made are 19. In 12th and 13th over, runs made are 13. So this is what that is given to us. As well as it says the team did not score less than 6 runs in any over and more than 15 runs. Okay. So basically in 6th and 7th over, the total runs made are 12. It means in the both overs, the runs made should be 6-6. Now 21 can be bifurcated in multiple ways. And 19 again can be bifurcated in multiple ways. And 12, 13 over, one of the over will be getting 6, another over will be getting 7. It can be 7-6 as well. I don't know what arrangement we are going to have. Now let's see what is the value of n. So first answer is pretty straightforward. Answer is going to be 7. In which of these following pair of overs the team could have scored 22 runs in total? So 6 and 7, no, 6 and 7, they scored 12 runs. 7 and 8. In 7, I know that in 7th over, they are making 6 runs. In 8th over, the maximum runs that can be scored is 15. So 6 plus 15, maximum runs that can be made is 21. So scoring 22 runs in 7th and 8th over is not possible. So this is rejected, this is rejected. 8th and 9th over, 8th and 9th, the total runs made are 21. So no, definitely not. In 10 and 11, let's say 9, 10, 10, 11. So in 10, 11 runs made are 19. So that is also rejected. So in 9th and 10th over, the only option left is 9th and 10th answer should be this. Now, in which of the following over numbers, the team must have scored the least number of runs? So anyhow, a team is not scoring less than 6 runs. So the question is talking in which over the team has scored 6 runs. So it can be 7th over, it can be 6th over. So 6 is not in the option. So the answer should be 7. In 7th over, the team scored 6 runs, and that is the minimum possible the team can make in an over. So answer of this question is going to be option 1. That is 7th over. Let's start this set. What does it says? A store offers a choice of 5 different discount coupons to its customers. Okay. Coupon A, flat 250 on minimum expenditure of 1200. Okay. A 15% discount on minimum spend of 500 in one transaction and maximum discount up to 300. Okay. So here we have 15%. Okay. A flat discount on 100, minimum at 600. Okay. So basically, if we are going to find out, so 250 and 1200, so that comes out to be somewhere around 21% around. Okay. Here it is fixed 15%. Here it is going to be 100 on 600. So that is 16.66%. 10% flat discount. Okay. So minimum spend of 250. Okay. So basically, and maximum discount is 100. Okay. So it is 10% only. And 50 on a minimum expenditure of 200. So that's going to be 25%. I am talking about the maximum discount percentages. It can be less than that as well. For example, if we are talking about this 100 on 600, it is 16.6. But if you are spending 1000 rupees and taking this discount, so still you can't get more than 100 rupees. So in that case, the discount percent is going to be 10%. Okay, so now let's see the questions. The 4 customers used 4 different discount coupons for their respective transactions in such a way to obtain a total discount of 710. Now, which discount coupon was not used? Okay. Now, here you are getting 250. Here you are getting 300. Here you are getting 100. Here you are getting 100. And here you are getting 50. So let's take this 250 plus 300. That's going to be 550. 550 plus, let's say 100. That is 650. If I take this one, so that so I'm going to reach at 600. So I'm going to reach at 700, but I won't reach 710. So basically, whatever I do, I cannot get a 710 discount if I am going to take this one, because this is the lowest discount that I have taken, and apart from this, I have taken all the maximum possible discounts. Still then I'm not reaching at 710. if you use coupon E, then the maximum attainable discount is going to be 700. In that case, you can't get 710. So answer of this question is going to be option E. Okay. Now, 4 customers used 4 different discount coupons for their respective transactions in such a way that nobody used any discount coupon suboptimally. Okay. So basically, you have to optimize your total discounts. Okay. If they use another discount coupon, that could have resulted at a higher discount for the same transaction. Okay. So what is the minimum combined spend before the discount? So I want to maximize my expenditure. Okay. And I have to optimize the, I would say I have to optimize the discount percentage as well. Okay. So we are getting maximum discount in this one. So I want to optimize. I don't want to use suboptimally. So I'm not going to spend to more than 200 in coupon E. So my expenditure is 200 for coupon E. Okay. I'm not going to use this because it is the lowest discount. Now a flat discount of 100 at a transaction of 600. So the maximum, the amount I'm going to spend for coupon C, that's going to be 600 only. Okay. Then here I have 15% discount at the transaction of 500. So I'm just going to spend 500 because anyhow I'm going to get 15% only. And here I'm going to spend 250 at 1200. So 1200. So total amount spent is going to be 2500, and in 2500 rupees, I cannot optimize the discount anymore. I have taken the minimum amount spent that is required to uh, get the discount. And if you spent amount that is less than that, you are not even eligible for the discount. And I have already calculated the percentage discount. So if I want to optimize and I want the maximum possible discount, I am going to discard the coupon that is going to give me the lowest discount, and lowest percentage discount is given by coupon D. And I am supposed to use only 4 coupons. So I'm definitely not going to use coupon D, and I am going to use remaining 4. So my answer of this question comes out to be 2500. Now, the next one, a family wanted to purchase 4 products worth 1000 each. Okay. And another product worth rupees 300 that they were told. Uh, so basically, there is 1000, and 300. So this is the expenditure. Now, what are the conditions? Pay for the 5 products through one or more transaction in a way that they wanted, as long as the product purchase amount of any one product would not get split into different transactions. Okay. Use the same discount coupon repeatedly for the separate transactions if opt for more than one discount. Okay. What is the maximum possible discount that they could have obtained for their purchase? Okay. So what is the discount that they are looking for? So basically, this 1000, I cannot split into 2 transactions. Simply this one, I can't split. So how I am going to maximize the discount? Okay. So basically what I'm going to do, so I have 1000, 1000, 1000, and what discounts we are talking about? Okay. So if we are going to use, sorry, if we are going to use 1000 in coupon C, my discount percent is going to be 10%. Okay, so I'm not going to use C, I'm not going to use D because it gives me 10% at 1000. So anyhow, it is not going to give me maximum percent. Okay, so what I am going to use, I am going to take this one and I am going to take this. Okay, so I am going to divide it into 1,000 and 1,300. So at 1,300, what is the discount I can get? That is 250. At 1,000, I'm going to use coupon B. I'm going to get 15% discount. That is 150. Here, I'm going to get a discount of 150. Here, I'm going to get a discount of 150. So the total discount that I can get is going to be 700. So what is the maximum possible discount we can have? That's going to be 700. So my answer of this question is going to be option 4.